What it do? Everybody. Y'all thought I was gonna come in hot, didn't y'all? I know, but I didn't. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Film Cave, episode number 98. Correct, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Thought so. I didn't know if I was tripping or not. It's your boy, Nye.
What's up, everybody? Logan here. A giant show. I wish I had even known about Comic-Con Brazil last week. I didn't even know it was fucking happening.
Yes.
So
Me neither.
we have plenty to talk about, and pretty much everything to talk about I'm excited for. So let's get this shit, man.
Yes, so we have a bunch of damn trailers to go through. We got some movie reviews, and yeah, they dropped a bomb on us, and we're gonna talk about it. So excuse me in advance if I'm not as energetic and crazy as usual, because my head is fucking killing me.
Yeah.
To the point it's nauseating every time I move. So, right, this hit me right in the back of the head, hitting the neck and everything. So, we'll see. It's gonna be a rough one.
Yeah,
these lights don't help.
Yeah.
But we want to thank you guys again for joining us. If you're watching here live and or on playback, we appreciate you so much. Thank you for your love and support. If you're new, hit that thumbs up. Really lets us know that you appreciate us. Helps the video and the show, reach a lot more people. Hit the notification bell to be reminded when all episodes drop from now into the future. But of course, most importantly, you want to hit that subscribe button. It's free.
Hit that shit.
Why not? It costs you nothing.
I know, man. You don't like us? Come on, motherfuckers.
Right. What's not to like about any of this?
We're both old. We both have headaches from lights. So I mean, we're falling apart. True. It's all right.
Yeah, subscribing will help us live a little longer. So
we need to play that. What's that, like, Humane Society? In the arms of the angel.
Absolutely.
Just like we're just sitting here, just sad.
You get the song, and you can donate 50 cents because I'm black. So
yeah, that's right.
There you go. So help a little African kid, please. All right, I'm ready, man. You ready?
Let's do the damn thing.
Let's do it. For those of you, some of you do, but for those of you who do not know, me and Logan are a couple of what, good sir?
Fucking nerds.
A couple of fucking nerds, which means we talk about film any goddamn day. That's just what we do. But sometimes we want to branch out. We want to look the other way. We want to play our cards somewhere else. That's not film. But most times, well, pretty much all the fucking time, the world of film still finds a way to rear her beautiful head into the conversation. Because why?
Because she's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. That's why.
Wow. Because she's absolutely beautiful. We're in good standings today.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. All right, we like to call this here segment. Don't expect no damn singing.
In the arms
of the headache. It's out there in the world.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely beautiful.
That was the dying rendition of Out There in the World. But there's a particular fashion in which we go about out there in the world. So Logan, do you want to tell the people what that fashion would be?
That would be traditionary fashion, my friend.
You're good and goddamn right it is. So, in said tradition, lead the way.
In terms of things to talk about, we kind of, like, the one thing I did this weekend, you also did, so it's a topic. So I actually don't have anything film related. I have one thing, and it's kind of funny because it falls right in line with why I just took ibuprofen before we started, and you have headaches, and it was my lighting situation on this desk. I'm struggling to sit at this desk and do things because if I want to record, the lights kill me.
Yeah,
and
killing me now.
Yeah, exactly. And usually it's like because I do the green screen, things like that, I need the light. But like if anybody watched my God of War live streams, I like basically said fuck that and had like tiny bits of light because it would have killed me. I'm streaming for like 5 hours straight. It just wasn't fun. But anyway, for Black Friday, I got something that was pretty cool. And basically it's I replaced the light bulbs with color changing light bulbs on this desk. And so I will not do this for very long, but I can do just crazy ass shit now. But I also can do like
a Twitcher now.
Like this is like super yellow, but then you can also do like crazy bright. But I literally have one called podcast, and it tones the shit down a lot to where I'm not currently dying. and I'm very thankful for it because obviously the other ones were just one brightness and whatever. Right. So it's really nice. I'm happy about this, and I got them both for like $30. So it was a good buy.
Heard it.
But yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan at the moment.
Jealous. I want some sex lights and shit.
Well, you should have seen what I had prior though, because I had normal light bulbs and then I had parchment paper. Got it straight out of my kitchen and taped it over the shade to like make softbox and like try to dampen. And so I had the most absolutely just ghetto. For as nice of a desk as I had fucking parchment paper taped to my lamps. So like,
it's actually hilarious.
It was funny. Like that was the one thing people would come over and they'd be like, "The fuck is that?" The lights kill me, man. Can't do it. Can't fucking do it. So
yeah, it's not fun getting old, man.
That's right.
Not fun at all.
This is where we're at.
This is where we're at. Well, shit, this is where I'm fucking at. You haven't even hit 30 yet.
I know. It's tough.
You bastard. But yeah, so I don't have shit for out there in the world. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've seen this or not. You haven't seen the menu.
I have not seen the menu yet, no.
Okay.
I definitely want to see it, but I did not.
I saw it. Obviously, I'm not going to go into spoilers.
Sure.
Or anything. But overall, I really enjoyed the movie. It's very interesting. Once you... I don't want to... I want to say certain things that can give nothing away, but I don't want to influence you going into it.
I appreciate that.
I'll say this. It's an enjoyable movie. It's good. I had a good time with it. The performances are great. Really damn good. But it's interesting. I'll put it that way. I need you to see it because I want to talk about how you feel about it all.
Okay.
In terms of certain things that happen and just overall. But overall, good movie.
Okay.
Really had a good time. I guess one of this year's bests, I guess. I guess it's hard. Like I was doing Twitter the other day and I tried to make a list of like the top 10. But I was like, there's just not a lot of like great.
I know. I've been struggling with
films.
I've been struggling with that. Like it has to do like I have to do top 5s now. Like
I think so. I'm blurry as shit, but I think so because top 10 was just tough. Like after a while, after like top 5, it was literally just kind of like throwing things in. I was like, okay, this is good. This is good.
Right. It's just like okay experiences, and that's not what the list is for.
Right. Like I wouldn't even say like okay. I don't know. It was just weird. But I would definitely put it up there. But really, really, really good movie.
Like you got to out of 10 score type of thing because you seem uneasy about it at the same time 10, as enjoying it.
I'll give it a 7.
Okay. That's kind of what I've heard is you know,
Yeah.
it's like it's awesome for certain things, but like by the end you're like it could lose you, kind of thing.
See, I can't say anything about it, like, given.
I feel you.
Yeah, that's why I say interesting.
I do know Kenya really liked it, so that should tell you
He-
it's probably garbage.
9 times out of 10,
No.
that's what really tell me. But no, it's definitely not garbage. Like
Okay,
at all.
sweet. That's good.
It's smart. It's aware. It's excuse me. I want to say, just see it.
Okay. I got
Just
you.
see it, and then we'll talk about it. You'll like it. I'll definitely will say that you'll like
Okay.
it. But once you start getting to where I'm at, there's certain points of the film is kind of like, okay, you start questioning things, and then
Right.
I'm like,
Once you
okay,
pick it apart.
cool. Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. All right. Cool and gang. So, like I said, other than that, I ain't got shit out there in the
No.
world.
Let's move on.
Oh, all right. So if there's anything, all right, yes, chef. That you feel like we've missed, please let it be known in the live chat or the comment section below. If you're watching again on playback, thank you so much, as we like to do our best to keep the conversation going outside of the show. So make sure you do that. And yeah, let's get into it, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So, what do we want to start with?
We gotta
Let's do
start
this.
with our review.
Yeah, let's do that. I thought that was actually, yeah. So, outside of the menu, we saw both of us, not together, a little movie, sadly not, a little movie that wanted to spread some holiday cheer to us all a little early to get us,
Yeah.
in the spirits,
Some
if you will.
Christmas magic.
Absolutely, that we just don't even know how that
I'm
shit
still
works.
not sure how that works.
Nope,
Yeah.
but we're just gonna do it. And that's A Night of Violence due to Santa Claus.
Old Saint Nick.
Old Saint Nick, or
Chris Kringle.
what the fuck his name was.
Yeah.
Starring David Arbor as our lovely, jolly, guess you could say that, jolly old
Yeah, I don't know.
Saint Nick, as he goes about his regular duties as Santa Claus around the world, giving gifts and drinking his life away of sorrow and
Cookies.
past regrets and cookies and everything, until he just stumbles upon some shit that ain't his business. Middle of a heist of a kid. I wouldn't say kidnapping, but hostage
situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to open
and-
a safe for a bunch of money, taking over a
Absolutely.
family, killing a bunch of people.
Right. And Santa's just like, bro, I don't want to fucking be here.
Right.
But he gets inspired. He sees a little kid. He's like, fuck, I'm going to do the right thing. And then the movie takes off. And boy, oh fucking boy, does it take off. This movie's pretty damn awesome, actually.
That is correct.
Really, really fucking awesome. It is brutal. It is funny. It is hokey as shit. Cheesy as hell.
Yeah.
It is everything perfectly blended, with David killing it
Absolutely. Killing.
as Santa and having the best time he could possibly have. And it shows. Movie's not perfect, obviously, but it's not meant to be taken seriously.
Right. That's
It
correct.
literally knows what it is. But before we get into it, what did you think?
I loved it. Like
Yeah.
we had the best time. Kenya was with me. And him and I both like had moments where we were like crying, laughing at like just how stupid the one spot that got him really bad. Which, first of all, the boyfriend that's supposed to be like the action actor. What's the last movie you remember him from?
Never Back Down.
Never Back Down. That's exactly right. That is correct. So he pops on the screen. Both of us look at each other, go, "Never Back Down," and hadn't
It
seen that
surprised
motherfucker in
me.
a minute. Yeah,
Yep.
and you know, I feel bad for him because I guess he didn't purposely stop acting, and it's not like he's necessarily bad, but they cast him in a movie. It's not going to get him any extra jobs because he's
Yeah,
meant
no,
to
it's
be
not.
awful. But
Yes,
the moment where the people start to start the heist,
Mm.
and the mom is like going to the lockdown room or whatever, and he's like, they're like, we got to follow her, and for some reason he decides to like ride the couch for a second
Yeah.
while he's pissed off, and it fucked Kenya and I up. Like, we were absolutely just cracking up because he just couldn't help but like, he's like, motherfucker, and like just had to do it for a second. And it's like, he is so dumb, and it was hilarious. But overall, legitimately, movie is so much fun. It is nobody with Santa, and that means it's incredible. It is so much. It's so good, so brutal. But even the lore, which of course Kenya walks out and he's like, man, I want a prequel so we can see how the Viking became Santa. I'm like, hey man, you're taking this a little far. We're probably going to get a sequel where he does this again. And it's also going to be great. But like,
he's not wrong.
No, exactly. No, like, it's just not the movie that they would make. Like, it's not the point.
It's not, but I want to know, like, for me, it's like, you just couldn't, I don't want to say that was like the gripe, but kind of a little bit. Like, you can't just drop like, oh shit. So you aren't like, Santa isn't something that's just like, hey, I'm here, Santa. Like, no, you became Santa.
Correct.
Like, what the fuck happened? How from being a fucking head smashing fucking brute of a Viking man to Santa? Like, I need to know how that shit happened.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that when we have a sequel, because I do think we'll have a sequel to this, even though it doesn't need one, but I think they will make a sequel. Do I think that we'll get a flashback, like more flashbacks to how he somehow, because I almost feel like the Christmas magic situation is going to like choose him, and he's not going to have a choice of the matter and like certain things. And like, I definitely think that we'll see that, but like, no, they're not going to do a Violent Night before the Violent Night. Like,
I don't need a prequel, but like, give me like a scene.
I want to hear that lore. Yeah, I want to see the lore, because it was dope. Like, the tattoos, dope. The fact that he's got a sledgehammer.
Because he was patching his shit up, I was like, this motherfucker have tattoos?
He's tatted the fuck up.
I'm like, is this supposed to be Santa?
And I even like the details of the fact that, because I want to say he said he's been doing it like 1,100 years.
Yeah.
And so his tattoos are faded as shit, because he's not supposed to be alive. Like, tattoos aren't supposed to last that long, and they're super faded. But like, it's cool, man. And you have the little girl that's doing the Home Alone shit, and it's the real Home Alone shit, because R-rated as fuck, with bowling balls hitting people in the face, and fucking the nail thing is so good. Going through that guy's head. Oh yeah,
I was like, what the
so
fuck?
good.
The minute he did that, I was like, he's gonna get hit with a fucking bowling ball.
Yeah, correct. It's just so obvious, but
yeah.
And still, the standout for me, like the moment that I tell people, like, somebody's like, well, what am I supposed to expect? It's the candy cane, and it's you get to watch Santa suck on a candy cane for a little bit, and you just think that he wants some candy cane because he's Santa. He likes candy, he likes cookies and whatever. And no, he's making that into a prison shiv to gouge someone's jugular out, and it's fucking incredible, and legitimately incredible. So I love it. I like Kenya said in the chat,
that shameless,
this is a watch every year. This is so much fun, and I hope that it's becoming a success already, but I just hope it keeps going. I really do.
Yeah, it's really good. John Leguizamo as a villain to me just didn't work, but I was like, I didn't care. It was just happening. I was like, I don't buy you at all, sir, but you're John Leguizamo. You're cool. I got a double dose of you this week. But that was cool. The kills were dope. Man, he got his little his sledgehammer in the barn. I was like, oh, that's dope. Heard it. What was I gonna say? Oh, I'm sorry, but the little girl, she was not annoying me, but I was like, she's not really great. But I tweeted this too. I don't know what it is about kid actors this year, but they're not good, and they're annoying.
What did you expect? that's the whole point. She's a little girl that believes in Santa like wholeheartedly.
No, I mean like acting wise. Like I was
Yeah,
just
she's
like,
fine.
I just could. I was like,
I
I'm
mean,
having a really hard time.
I can't think of a
This is
child
bad.
actor that did better this year. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All bad. Her, the Black Adam fucker, just a few of them. It's just not
yeah,
good
no,
today.
she's only 10 times the actress of the Black Adam kid. I mean,
That Black Adam kid is
like,
horrible.
no, like she is Meryl Streep compared to that motherfucker.
Bro, because Black Adam's on digital now, so there's people coming out with like reactions of it. Even just seeing him and like through the reactions just annoys me.
Yeah, no,
That whole opening dialogue of just like exposition would be so much better if it was not him saying it. I hear there's no anything in it.
Yeah,
oh,
but yeah, like what Ken you said, she didn't take me out of the movie at all. Like I
no, she didn't take me out. I just like
I thought she was perfect for what the movie was. I had zero problems with her.
And yes, he did play Anaya Violator in Spawn.
And that's what's so funny is that like with him, like he just happens to fucking hate Christmas.
Yeah.
And like whatever, and it's this dumb shit.
It's very hokey.
But at the end of but it's so good. Like that's what the point is. Like you have an interrogation and he's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And he's like, "Kris Kringle." And they call me blah blah blah. And like they just keeps going. And he's like, "I know you're dressed as fucking Santa Claus, but tell me your name. Like I'm gonna look you up and kill your family if you don't leave." Like kind of thing. And he's like, "They call me blah 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 in France." And like it just keep like, and it's just fucking great. Like it's like, so good.
Bovan, that's me for that goddamn bike every day.
Yeah, exactly. You wrote me a letter every day.
Right, I was like, what the? That would trip me out too, man.
Exactly. It's the real one.
I had to. It's cool, but it's not what I expected. Like, because it's fucking Santa. I expect you to be this magical being.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is he getting his ass kicked right now? How is he getting hurt? All this other shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, I expect you to be Santa. Like, you're not gonna feel this shit. Like, ho ho ho, bitch, let me phase and rip your head off and shit. But he's like, yeah, no, you're going to get your shit rocked.
Yeah, you can die. Like you're still a normal guy. Which that was the thing too. Was I need to watch it again to be honest. But at the very beginning, he comes down the chimney. Obviously, gets drunk, eats the cookies, all that. And then shit hits the fan, and he's like, "All right, I gotta leave." And he goes to hit his nose or whatever, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so it's like his magic is, diminishing. And so I kind of liked that because I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch Santa just like teleport. Like I expected like a legitimate Nightcrawler scene,
right?
Where he's just like douche, 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 like fucking doing crazy shit with Christmas magic. Yeah. And I'm glad we didn't get that. Like I liked that it was just brute, like also super contained. Like you're all on this property and whatever. But yeah, correct. The final kill
was dope.
Fucking awesome.
That was really cool.
It's a really good idea.
I was like, oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome. So really highly recommend the movie to anybody. I think you do too.
Yes, I do.
It's a fun time. Definitely one that you could, if you were tipsy for it, 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
I like a legitimate.
Up, great.
Like it is like it's Oscar worthy level experience. Yeah. Because I was sober as all hell and had an absolute blast. So as long as you know what to expect, and that's kind of the thing. I would love to see somebody walk and be like, that was really cheesy. It's like, are you fucking kidding me, man? Like, it's Santa. like
Santa killing people.
So
fucking Die Hard of Santa. Like, what do you mean?
It's so good. So fucking good.
It's really good. I think that's going to be part of the new holiday collection. Now as a much watch when that comes out for sure.
Amazon boxes under the tree. He's just pissed.
Oh yeah,
I love it. Like, so good, man.
Like, these kids, man, they don't appreciate nothing. There's no belief. There's I was like, he's right.
The one line, which this is nitpicking massively, but like the one line I wish they would have thrown in is something about, because the thing is Santa's still going around delivering gifts. And the parents don't believe. And so it's like, you don't see that there's a new gift that y'all didn't purchase. No one's asking. And so I wish that there was one line that was like, yeah, the parents, they grow out of it. Because that's what he says. And he's like, and once they stop believing, they think that they bought my gifts and forgot, like type of like there's some sort of like added piece of magic to where, but like it's not necessary. But I just wish that there was something where it's like, hey guys, this girl's been brought a Christmas gift every year and y'all don't fucking believe in Santa. Like there's just random shit popping up every year. Maybe have a little bit of belief here, parents. Like her favorite thing that she carries all the time, neither of y'all went and bought.
All right.
Hello. So just one line that could have been added, but like, does it really matter? No, but I think it would have been simple enough to explain.
He was a little busy at the moment.
Yeah, correct. But that's the thing too, is I love the fucking cheesiness and simplicity of the walkie-talkie. Like adding that conversation is so good. And she's like, I want to make some booby traps. And he's like, I have no idea what that is, but you do it and just be quiet.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good, man. Fucking loved it.
Yes. It's like I'm alone. It's like, I don't know what, but you know what? Do it. That's just fucking go.
Yeah, that's right.
The dad, that's where I know him from. Thank you. I was like, where do I know the fucking dad from? And it was bugging the hell out of me.
If there was somebody I didn't like in the movie, it was him as an actor.
Fucking translucent. Yeah, he was just too much of a bitch for me. I'm like, bro.
That's exact. When Hannah leans over to me and goes, he's a fucking bitch. I was like, okay. Like, and because he was like, his fucking wife is shooting people and stabbing people, and he's just a straight up bitch
like,
mode.
Oh. Yeah. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Like, leave
help
him.
Her. Yeah.
Fuck.
Fucking help her or something. Jesus Christ.
Like, sacrifice yourself and die.
Knock off Jean-Claude was fucking doing shit.
No kidding. Jean-Claude's bitch cousin.
Yeah, what's called Jean-Claude Van Douchebag or some shit like that?
Yeah.
That was funny. Strong black woman, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking Knives Out was an asshole. The fucking sister. I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
Fucking Fran.
Yeah, horrible.
Like, yeah. All over.
Yeah.
And the fucking son. Oh my god.
What was his name?
Because
it was a play on the.
Was it Bersend? Because it was Bersend. The girl was a G, the boy was a B in the name, obviously. But it was like something Burgerstein, some shit like that.
Devin might know.
Yeah.
But it was like the granddaughter was named after the grandma.
Right. Well, that was an actual name.
Correct. And then they tried to do that for the son and just made it a boy name by adding a B to it.
Yeah.
And
because they want to suck up to mom.
Yeah. Let me see. I might have the cast right here. Where are you? Bert? Why does it say Bert? Oh, Bertrude.
I think that was Bertrude.
So you have Gertrude and Bertrude.
Hell. Yeah, it was.
But please go see this movie, everybody. Please, for the love of God.
Yeah, it was great.
It's so good.
Not as many Christmas puns as I thought.
Really?
Like Christmas pun one-liners, like before or after kills, whatever.
No, I loved it.
I think he did like 2. I was like, damn, that's it.
No, I still love the one where after he fucks up everybody in the shed, after he gets the sledgehammer, and then he decapitates that guy with the skate, which is great. But there's a guy outside, and he goes, Jesus Christ, and he's like, nope, just old Saint Nick.
Oh yeah,
that's fucking great, man. It's so good. I absolutely loved it. I want to watch it again. So
Christmas comes to town or something like that.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. What does he say? Like Santa's coming to town, or whatever.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't like a lot. I wanted him to make reference to like the bad guys, all code names are all Christmas characters.
Yeah.
So I wanted him to mention like Frosty, like he's a real fucking asshole, that guy. like something like that I was expecting. But I was like, okay. But definitely dope. I want to see it again for sure.
Yeah. And Comet shit on the roof or whatever, and he's like, fucking.
Oh yeah. So unprofessional. He just fucking dipped on his ass and left.
Yeah. Comes back and he's like, guys? Really? He's like, y'all fucking leaving me? Like, right. So good. Loved it.
It's like, you brought my spare back. I can't stay mad at you guys. Like, oh shit.
The one thing I didn't need was when he throws up. I feel like that was a little too much at the very beginning.
Oh, the very beginning, it was pretty much.
Like, it was like, I was like, oh, I hope that's not what this movie is, and it's not.
Yeah.
Like it's really not.
It's the. I honestly thought the same. I was like, "Ooh, this will work. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll see." And then,
And it was not. I was a very happy guy. Okay, I'm glad we
completely,
talked about
completely
it. So
different.
fucking good. Had a
Really
blast.
fucking good. And John Leguizamo's good in both of them. He's good in both of them.
Okay.
In the menu, because he's in the menu too.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me. Why am I so burpy when I'm on this mother? I
The
don't know what it is.
lights fill you up. With some
Maybe
air.
everything is just
Activated.
going right. Right. Okay, so let us know what you thought about Violent Night. If you loved it, did you hate it? Are you kind of meh? Or did you not even see it yet? If that's the case, take your ass onto movie theaters and go see it.
If you think we just spoiled it for you, no such thing. You will
At all.
still enjoy the fuck out of it. 100%. I can tell you
all.
everything. You'll still love it.
Oh yeah, it's a damn good fucking time. It made what? Does it make 17 or 13?
Yeah, let me see. Killed it.
Yeah. About 13 mil. Hey, Scotty Doo.
Yeah, 13.
13. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. I think it's definitely going to get a sequel. I think it's going to be like one of those Dread examples where it doesn't do crazy, but everyone's going to be like, yo, the movie's fucking great. We need more.
Right.
So let's see which Dread is getting a sequel, apparently. So let's...
Yeah, I saw that.
Hip hop hooray.
Yeah,
all right.
I loved it. Please go see it, people.
Go see it. All right. So, Brazil decided to just have a moment. It was like, hey, we about to fuck the game up. And we about to just unleash everything.
I couldn't believe
anybody knowing. And that's it. So we got a lot to talk about throughout there, but also some trailers I didn't. Well, did that debut too? The Last of Us.
Yeah.
In the Brazil. Yeah. God damn. You know they just all right.
It was all there.
So trailers galore, literally. Brazil's like, let's give the people what they want.
I'm gonna add CCXP to that, but you don't have to. You can keep talking.
Okay.
I just thought about that.
That's okay. We're gonna sprinkle y'all some goodies. Some Marvel goodness, some Hasbro goodness, some Disney fucking goodness, everything type of goodness, and some PlayStation HBO goodness. Good Lord, where do we start? Let's start off small and just work our way up, shall we?
Okay, let's see what you consider small.
Transformers.
All right.
Over.
I know. Go ahead.
Oh, what's over? Indian Auto? Transformers, Rise of the Motherfucking Beasts.
Yes.
We got that. So this is a continuation of the Bumblebee verse,
correct,
right?
And technically, I think they're still saying this is a prequel to the Michael Bay movies.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. I don't see how. Are they just going to all leave to Cybertron again for this? Because
unsure.
Transformers, they fucking come from whatever. Anywho.
I remember. I love that movie. I love it.
Right. Damn good movie. So we got the trailer for that, just giving us all type of just transforming action and badassery with Anthony Ramos at the center of this all. So it's gonna be dancing with Transformers and shit. And singing songs and shit. He was like, Anthony, where are you from? Washington Heights. Okay, let me stop. We gotta look, because fucking Beast Wars was my shit.
Oh, was it?
Oh, fucking yeah, Beast Wars was great.
Okay. Sweet.
So we get a look of old retro, Autobots. So you got your Optimus, you got Bumblebee, RC, Mirage. That's all we've seen. And then you have the Beasts, the fucking Optimus Primal, which looks amazing. I was like, good God, he looks like a badass.
Yeah.
Voiced by Ron Perlman, first and foremost.
Which
I was like, what?
Well, so he voiced Optimus Primal in the cartoons. Brought his ass back. Dope as shit. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, because at first I couldn't listening to him in the movie, I'm like, who is that? Because it doesn't sound like Ron Perlman. Like they
No.
definitely altered him up a little bit. Um, but I looked up, I was like, oh shit, they did get Ron. And then when I went back and listened to the trailer, his voice came out a little bit. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. I love that he's open to that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
fucking awesome.
I mean, come on now. But trailer looks cool. Like a whole bunch of action and a bunch of beastly ass fucking Transformers transforming and fighting to fucking Biggie.
I know. Interesting choice there.
I was like, oh okay,
All right.
got it.
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Yeah, this trailer surprised the fuck out of me. Like, I legitimately think this trailer is fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
Like, for someone who Transformers 1 in 2007 was my favorite movie for 5 years, and then Avengers came out. And I wasn't even like a diehard Marvel person when Avengers came out. I had only seen Iron Man 1, 2, and Incredible Hulk. I had skipped Thor and Captain America, saw Avengers, and was like, that's the greatest movie ever. So it took Transformers away. But before, like, I have seen the first Transformers 50 times easily, like from when I was a kid. I had it on repeat and just loved it.
Really good.
And then second one's bad, third one's good, fourth is bad, fifth didn't see it. Bumblebee is good, but you know, it's a good start, you know, whatever. So this is obviously a sequel to that, but it's like a 10-year gap or something. Or like they jumped in time. So bye Kate Bishop. But at the same time, this trailer is very interesting because I never watched Beast Wars. So I don't know much about Beast Wars. So I've tried to do some research, and it seems like they might be combining some things because technically speaking, Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal are kind of the same person.
Yeah.
If you want to call that. And a line stands out in the trailer where it seems like maybe the Maximals, which are the animal Autobots, are like from the future. And because he says like no battle past or future is as dangerous as this one. So it's like Optimus Primal knows about the future, and you know, it doesn't stand up to this. And you see the huge war that we have and all this. It looks fucking awesome. Like, and watching Primal transform into his like robot form made me so fucking hyped. Like, I don't know, man. This trailer's done something to me where it legitimately like took me back to my 2007 love and self. Other standouts. So apparently Pete Davidson is Mirage.
He is.
Which I wish we could have heard that because I'm intrigued. Could be hilarious. Could be annoying as all fuck. I don't know. But the villain,
balance.
The villain is a guy named Scourge. I don't know who that is. Voiced by Peter Dinklage.
Oh, that's right. I did see that. Yeah.
Which is an interesting choice. But the one I'm most excited for is there's...
He has a good voice.
Yeah, for sure. But the one I'm most excited for is a female Maximal who's like an eagle. And she's
spitting hot fire.
Correct. And she is voiced by Michelle Yeoh.
Yes, she is.
And that is a fucking get right there.
Yes, she is.
Like, she's going to be preaching. I already fucking know it. Just absolute bars. And I'm so excited. So...
I'm just so fucking happy for Michelle Yeoh. This
the
year.
Best.
Oh my God.
And did you see she was just like, what she got?
She's the
Time Magazine or whatever.
Female icon of the year.
Yes. Yeah. Icon of the year. Well fucking
deserved.
Yeah, 100%.
Deserved. But yeah, she's there, and MJ Rodriguez voices one of them as well, who's a very popular trans actress.
Sweet.
So yeah, she puts the trans and Transformers.
How fucking dare you? Oh, they're coming for you.
They're my people,
and they're gonna be in disguise until they get to you.
Right. Absolutely, they're gonna fuck my ass up. Like, wait, I'm part of the community. But no, I think it's dope that, you know, we've come this far and we can do that, because I do love me some MJ. She was great in pose. But yeah, so it looks dope. I just want to hear if it was just a movie of Peter Cullen and Ron Perlman just having a conversation with each other. I'm that's all. I'm good.
Right.
That's all I'd need. Anthony Ramos, I'm on the fence about because he kind of annoys me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in anything, so
Yeah, it kind of annoys me. Like I said, he was in Washington. He was in the Heights. Washington Heights. He was in the Heights. What's that Gaga and Cooper film? A Star is Born.
he's in that.
Yeah, he's in that. He was in a few Netflix things for Spike Lee, so he was in quite a few things. I'm just like, but we'll see. We'll see. Not knocking him till I see it. I just want to see Transformers beat the shit out of each other. That's it.
I don't know what kid you said. It was Shia, my boy. His scream. What do you think he's talking about?
Oh, Shia's scream. It's fucking annoying. He screams in every Transformers movie. He's just hollering at all.
Optimus.
Right. I'm like, dear God.
But the best line. I always think about how in Transformers 1, he's got the cube and he's running at the end, and all it is get to the building, get to the building. He has to get to the top of that building, and then he gets up there and they take the fucking helicopter out, and none of it matters. Like, none of that matters. But then the best thing is in the second one, it's get to the pillars. Get to the pillars. And he has to get to the pillars in the middle of the fucking desert. There's these random pillars, and it's like he always just needs to run with this object and get to something.
Yeah.
And you know, that's okay. But
the third one get into, he was just sat there screaming. Oh my God. That scene.
Yeah, correct.
We're just lifting this shit up. It's like, I'm like, oh my God, stop hollering. That's my car. I'm like, okay, well, good day, sir. Right.
It's like, oh, he's one of those.
Bad
Shows
boy.
off with his car.
Right. Excuse me.
But no, best line in any Transformers movie is Bernie Mac with hey, Mammy. He's like, oh, if I had a rock, I'd bust your head, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, she's deaf.
Bust your head, bitch.
Yeah.
It's
one of the greatest. And I still remember, like, because that old lady flips the camera off, and in the if they show that on TV, they CG the finger out to where she's just like this.
So stupid.
And pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah, it's dumb.
If I had a rock, I'd bust your head, bitch. Man, when I was a kid, after that movie, we would just go, oh, if I had a rock. Like, we'd say that all the fucking time. Like, if my mom yelled at me to like come inside, I'd be like, if I had a rock. And it was just like an inside joke that all my friends had, and nobody else knew.
That's actually hilarious. I might bring that back.
I know. If I had a rock, I'd bust your head, bitch.
Bust your head, bitch. Oh
God, rest in peace. I know, man. Fuck.
Oh, real one.
So good.
It's on, bitch, motherfucker. Oh shit! I watched Soul Man the other day. It was pretty hilarious.
Oh wow, there you go.
Yeah.
I still throw on King's Comedy sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Give me some American cookies.
Oh yeah, exactly. He's like, man, do some push-ups or something. Quit crying. Do some push-ups or something. So good. I say that to people all the time too.
Oh my God! Even in what was it? Oh, Don't Be a Menace. I hate the back of Forrest Whitaker's neck. I hate my gums because they black. Classic. Okay.
Yep. That's right.
Anywho, Transformers.
I'm excited. I'm fucking excited. Please be great. Oh, also, apparently, this is the first of a trilogy. By the way.
Okay, I'm not surprised.
So, intrigued.
Not surprised at all.
Intrigued.
Who's directing this again?
I can tell you that would be Stephen Capel Jr.
Oh, that's right. Creed 2. Yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he did Creed 2. That's right. So that Creed 2 was damn good. So I'm looking forward to this.
I haven't seen it. That's on my list to watch.
This is his first huge effects-driven IP film like that. So we'll see. But
from what I've seen so far, yeah, looks good. Let's get it.
All right, so moving on to that, we have a popular, you might have heard it, little video game franchise decided to be like, hey, guess what? We're making a show, guys. And they dropped the trailer for everyone to see. It's the second trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I remember, yeah. Second trailer. And it looked pretty damn good. I didn't see it until literally 2 minutes before we started the show. I completely forgot. I kept reminding myself and forgot. But looks good. Looks immersive. Looks like the performance is going to be dope. I mean, it's Pedro Pascal. I mean, hello. Correct. The actress who plays Ellie did not look as funny looking in this trailer. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, I agree.
Are they CGIing some shit? No, Louis, stop. But no, she did not. Not as obvious. But I like the little gag she did when she was like, acting like she was turning
Pretended,
and shit.
yeah,
I thought that was funny as shit.
That's good.
I was like, hey, that's how you look like when the fucking giant killed your ass. Game of Thrones.
That's correct.
Okay. I forgot you watched that show. But yeah, it looks dope. I'm in. Like I said, I haven't played the game, so I'm strictly just going off the show. And it being, the people behind it and the actors, so I'm here for that. What did you think, as somebody obviously a lot more attentive than I am to it?
Yeah. I think it looks great. It's obviously one of those things where, because I know the story, it's not like there was any crazy reveals for me. There's not even really any money shots necessarily, maybe besides the last shot of like the first like big CG, the big CG thing you see, which it looked good, from what I saw, but those are fucking annoying in the game, I can tell you that, because that's what a clicker becomes. If it doesn't get killed, it slowly just bloats up, and it ends up having these spores that if you breathe it in, it'll kill you, and he's throwing them at you off of his own body and shit. And like I distinctly remember we're like going through like a middle school in the game, and we are we're like going down a hallway, and we walk into the gymnasium, and he's locked in there, and you just got to run around the gym and fucking try to shoot his fucking spores off his body and shit. But yeah, everything looks good. Like you said, the girl that plays Ellie, she looked really good in this for me. Way better than anything I've seen yet, so that excites me. Obviously still not a ton, and the chemistry between her and Pedro Pascal will be the number one. If that sells, the whole show works.
Yeah,
legitimately. Pedro does look good. This is like the first time we've really got to see him deliver lines. Looks great.
That family? No, your cargo.
Yeah, correct.
I was like, oh shit.
And that's the beauty of what the show will be, is it legitimately starts as that, like a favor for some money. That's it. And by the end, it's his fucking kid basically. And so great. Lots of little tidbits that I'm guessing you don't know like all the details, which is.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm surprised they showed straight off the bat that she got bitten and shit happened to her.
Oh, that's the catalyst of the little show. But,
right. Well, I didn't know. I did figure you'd be like, oh, surprise, for those who haven't watched
maybe
it.
Don't know. Yeah.
Right. She's like, oh, look, I ain't fucking half. I was like, oh shit. All right.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. That's what's kind of funny is there's tidbits in this that, like, I won't even bring up, but there's like shots in this trailer that I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe they'd show that, because it like does make you think certain things, and it's like massive emotional moments in the show where you're like, oh fuck, like, so as a fan I see that shot and it's real quick and you're just like, oh, that's gonna suck, and like just go down the line. But everything looks good. I'm still intrigued to see when in the game this season ends, because I don't think they're going to do the whole game in one season, obviously.
And with Joel getting his head smashed in.
Yeah, that's correct.
Season 2.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm really excited. Nick Offerman looks good.
He does.
Everybody does, and I do also like. Apparently, Troy Baker, the guy that voices Joel, is in the trailer as like a henchman or something. but the actress that actually plays Ellie in the game, Ashley
She's the mama.
Johnson, looks to possibly be Ellie's mom, which would be that. I think that's a beautiful way to integrate and
I
just
thought that was pretty cool.
quick cameo, awesome way to homage and then move on. So very happy.
Yeah, I thought it was really dope. When I saw her, I was like, "Oh, OGL, how's it going?" But I think that's really dope.
Yeah,
because obviously she can't play the girl, but I thought it was pretty cool. There's The Walking Dead series next, Clementine. Oh,
have you played those?
There's too many Walking Dead shows going on as is.
I do agree with that.
They're
but
not
holy
going to
shit.
do that.
The Telltale games of Walking Dead.
Telltale was fucking amazing. It still kills me and hurts me that they went under. There were so many fucking games that were just amazing.
Well, but they're back. They're good.
They're back?
Yeah, they're back.
Oh shit. Well, they better keep that Batman shit going because that shit was
Yeah, I don't know
magnificent.
about that, but it was great. That's correct.
Magnificent.
Magnificent.
But yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Right. The clap. But yeah, so I'm here for it. Intrigued. January, right?
Yeah. This will be your Sunday night House of the Dragon.
Yes.
Phil.
Bro. I was thinking the other day, I really missed that fucking show.
Right?
Like going on Sundays and just not
Isn't that
watching,
weird?
I'm like, oh my god, it's very
So
weird.
that's what I'm excited about is like The Last of Us. I think I really hope The Last of Us takes off, but because I think about like Watchmen, like I never saw a second of Watchmen while it was playing on TV, or whatever. But now, like I truly think it's the greatest season of television ever.
Oh, absolutely.
And like I can't even imagine what the fuck that was like to watch on a weekly basis. Like what? Did that come out on Sundays?
Yeah.
Wild as fuck. Like
Yep.
crazy to me. So
Yeah,
I hope
that's
The Last of Us is that. I really do. That's
fucking
crazy.
love Watchmen. That just made me hype.
Yeah, exactly. So fucking good, man.
That shit just made me hype, man. And I will say, I think for me, I would have to put House of the Dragon as one of my favorite first seasons.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
like I have I didn't realize how much I
Definitely.
really love that show until I was without it and just talking to people and seeing things, all kind of stuff like that. Like it's really fucking great.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's definitely
Right.
one
It's,
of.
it's good. It's good for sure.
Game of Thrones was a slow burn, and that's what I've been hearing.
That's
That's
correct.
also what put me at a pause with Game of Thrones. That's like
Right.
I just don't have the patience.
But that's the thing though, is like this, like House of the Dragon, I think is only going to have 4 seasons, whereas Game of Thrones had 8 and
Yeah.
needed 10. And so it's like it makes sense. Like that's why this first season spans 20 years or whatever. Like they have to get this shit fucking moving, man. So I mean, it's definitely a different vibe. Which that's one of the reasons why I don't like the season as much as I guess a lot of people, because of how much you jump. But by the time you get to the solidified characters or the actors that have aged up, then I'm like, okay, this is now a show, and it's, everything is good. So
Yeah. And it's like another show that I think is really good. It's on its final season. Well, it's already done now, but I'm catching up on it. Is C for Apple TV, which is really, really, really
Still
good.
haven't watched Ted Lasso, have you?
No.
Bet your $1 million is better than C.
I still have not watched Ted Lasso. But I'm starting. I have
No,
the
you're
3
not.
months. I know. I have the 3 the
If
3
you
month
start it-
trial.
You'll finish it in 2 weeks. You'll do a season a week.
We'll see.
Promise.
Well, I have to finish C. I just started the first episode last night, and then Emancipation comes out this week, so I'll be able to get it. I'll get to it. Oh, and Spirited. I want to watch that. So we'll see. There's other things
heard
that
it
have
was
my
terrible.
attention at that moment. Possibly, very possible. But I'm a sucker for holiday movies. Okay, so The Last of Us. We'll see you next month. Hopefully, you're great and amazing.
For the love of God, please.
Because you have a lot of great shit and talent behind you, so
Yeah.
be great. All right, so another lovely trailer that comes with quite the hype and nostalgia would be good old Indy. They dropped that bastard as well.
Mhm.
And they gave us the title reveal, which also wasn't respected. They fucking endgame that shit.
Yeah, that's correct.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which is interesting.
Yeah.
They gave us a lot of just action shots and voiceover from a character from the originals. I forget his name. Sala. Was that his name? Oh, you didn't watch any Indiana Jones
I don't
movies,
fucking
right?
know.
Yeah.
I own them. I'm gonna watch them now.
Been
waiting for this.
So a lot of action shots and de-aged Harrison Ford was mostly all the shots we got instead of him on a horse. Which ironically, I was laughing because one, the de-aging looks great.
Yeah, correct.
Wow.
It really does.
Good job. But then when it comes to old man Harrison
on the horse,
fucking on a horse, I'm like,
the face replacement is rough.
I was like,
I went frame by frame, and I have like the super high quality ProRes version. And I went frame by frame, and at one point his face, like it goes to a frame because obviously this guy's on a horse, so that's it's hard to track. But go frame by frame. There's only 24 of them, and fucking track it.
Yeah, but even in a shot, like his head isn't even like really like on.
That's the whole thing. The problem is this guy's on a horse, and then you have to get Harrison to act that out in front of cameras. And basically, there's one spot where like Harrison's face is like half off the guy's head. It's just a floating face, and then the head is here. And oh my god, it looks so bad. But I mean, obviously, we're many months from it, and it's not finished. But like, it's funny how the de-aging is where everything's been going in terms of like we got to get this stuff done ASAP. Yeah, and you can see that, and it's great. So I have faith, but yeah, I definitely saw that.
I just find it funny because I'm not one to be like, oh, it's early, the graphics I'm like, it's fucking early. But I just thought it funny. It's like, wow, this looks perfect, and then the opposite.
It's like,
weird as shit.
Yeah.
I mean, but it looks like an indie movie. Which is honestly saying a lot because the last one wasn't. This one is very enriched in this old time action, punch, whip, blow up type fun. Which I'm like, okay, cool. Mangold, good job. Yeah. Because that last one did not feel like indie at all. This one kind of is bringing it back to its roots. I feel like most of the majority we're going to have de-aged indie, and I think that's smart to do that, just because Harrison is really old. He can't be doing all that and spending all that time. So I think a lot of the film is going to be flashbacks to get us to where we are today in the film, what the hell, which I think is smart. Good job. That's a good way to play it, so it doesn't look too ridiculous of trying to have him running around trying to do action still. That's
what's funny is I'm like smart to put Indy on a fucking horse because I'll somehow believe that over him running.
Yeah.
Like,
very true. And if you keep him on a horse, but keep him always looking the opposite way of the camera,
yeah, exactly.
It'll be great.
He's just, I'm looking behind me, like the whole time. It'll work. Yeah. But yeah, the trailer's great. Like, makes me feel good. The score of the theme, slow down, always nice. When a franchise does that, and it just works every time. Fucking, I think of the Rise of Skywalker trailers. If that music's so fucking good, but movie not so much. But yeah, trailer's great. I'm really excited for. Like, I think it's really funny how they can, by this time now, Indy was back in the day fighting the Nazis, and now he's still fighting the Nazis. But it's the Nazis that are now a part of NASA, right? From Project Paperclip, and so I think that's cool because that's the Nazis that we stole to help with the space program, and that's what that parade thing is us celebrating making it to the moon, and that's like the big celebration. And there's a huge fight scene, so I'm interested to see is the Dial of Destiny from the moon, and it's like what is it? I don't know. I don't know. So,
some dial of some sort.
but that's what's funny. Like when I watched the trailer, I was like, it's funny with the Dial of Destiny. Like obviously I don't think we see it. I don't know what it does. Nothing. But
I'm sure if you slow down some shit and look, I'm sure it's like in the
it's in there
background
somewhere.
somewhere.
But
Right.
it's funny how it's like it's a trope and it's like a cliche. It's like, why is there gotta be like a MacGuffin that we like? It's kind of what we're talking about with Transformers. Like in the first one, he's got this cube and it just happens to be able to shrink down so he can carry it.
Yeah.
And then in the second one, he's got the weird fucking thing that
The Matrix.
he needs to put it in Optimus' chest. And it's like this MacGuffin shit. Like that's always a trope. But it's like, hey, guess what? Indiana Jones created that trope.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason why they can do this. They can pull this off. And I like that. Like I think that's awesome. Like it's perfectly fine, and we will all be happy with that aspect of it. Overall things look good. And yeah, the feel is there. Like it made me happy, and I think Mangold is a great choice. So he's a great director. So
it's a very good choice. If it wasn't him, I think I'd be a little more like,
I know,
worried, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But he does a really good job for these type of, even if you want to say like period, like films.
Right.
Like, he has this aesthetic about him when it comes to this 310 to Yuma, Logan. They all have that kind of gritty, Western like, anything type feel. So I'm here for it.
That's really what I like is like he makes fucking films.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the subject matter. Like it's going to be a film. Yeah. And that gets me excited for this. Like, because somebody like that taking the campiness that is Indy and is necessary. You need to keep it. But I think that he knows how to Yeah, exactly. Like he knows how to mix it.
Yeah.
And make it fucking awesome. So I'm actually really excited. Like, can you imagine if this is the best Indy film? Like,
that'd be great. I mean, the odds are high. The odds,
not
very
to a lot
high.
of people. I mean,
well,
a lot of people think the first trilogy is just a masterpiece.
I mean,
I would get. They're fine. I'm sure.
They're fine.
I'll watch them. I'm gonna watch them.
They're fine. I'm not. To me, Indy's not one of those movies that's like.
I think you had to be raised on it.
Maybe.
So,
to me, the fucking Mummies are better adventure films, but I guess it goes to like raised, like you said.
Yeah, they're 20 years earlier. The FX, all that kind of stuff. Mummy weirdly holds up in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah, I fucking love them.
God, it's so good.
Both of them. Third one, we could just forget about that one. But those two movies are fucking great,
Brendan
dude.
Fraser.
Can we bring him back? We're in the fucking Fraser Sans.
The Renaissance.
The Renaissance. Yeah, there you go. The Renaissance. Get Mummy 4. Him, Rachel, everybody. He wants to do it. He wants to do it. So get everybody and then let's fucking go. I'm here for it. Okay. Will Homeboy be back in the Indian movie, the Asian dude from Everything?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. But they're talking about a prequel series or like a spin-off series. He might be in that shit. Who knows?
Interesting.
The Adventures of, I forgot what his name was, but
Tintin?
Round Tint, you're stupid. What's his name? Round Trip? What the fuck his name was? I don't fucking know. Okie dokie Indy Jones. That's what it is. That's what it's gonna be called. Okay. So Indiana, we're here for it. Let's see. And Spielberg's still producing this, right? I guess naturally.
Short Round.
There you go. I knew something round. But yeah, is Spielberg directing this? I mean, not directing. Producing this?
I mean, he's an executive producer along with George Lucas, so that means that he's not doing anything.
Yeah.
That's one thing that's so weird.
Still there.
Is a producer is like literally working on the film, and then an executive producer is just a name. They have not done a lick of anything for the movie, and that's like backwards to me. But that's the way the industry is.
Well, more of the executive, like, and producer somewhat kind of gets into this too. Executive more of like financing, funding, getting shit together that you need.
They're the name that doesn't have to. Yeah.
And then producer's the one on the ground, like, all right, let's make sure this gets right. They fucking gave us the money for it. Let's go,
Correct.
guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they're the like I bet you Michael Bay is executive producing Rise of the Beasts, Transformers. He is completely 0% involved. They don't want him to be a part of it. Like they've completely left that, but because of a project, like a contract, I'm sure any Transformers script for the next 10 years has to have his name on it, kind of thing. And that's horrible, but that's just the way it is.
As long as he doesn't touch it, just don't be anywhere near it.
That's right.
I don't care where your name goes. But don't touch it.
For the Asian demographic, they want that name, and that'll be all over the commercials of like executive produced by Michael Bay, and people, oh fuck, it's like he has not touched a fucking frame.
Right.
But
Michael Bay, whose name is on this, was nowhere near the film, presents Transformers. They were like, okay, cool. Ambulance was good though. Ambulance was all right. It was good.
I'm not saying Michael Bay ain't never made no good movies. Armageddon,
right? He just made shitty Transformers ones after a while.
That's correct.
And that was it. And he got the fucking James Cameron syndrome. And was like, I'm fucking Michael Bay. I'm gonna put whatever the fuck I want.
That's very true. Like, as soon as the Transformers didn't have to transform anymore, it's fucking out. And they just turned into dust, and then we're a robot. I want to knock. I want to fucking throat chop him. No, it was not. It was all the bad people in that whole fucking movie.
Oh yeah, the Transformium.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck you called them? Yeah, it was the bad guys.
What's the fucking bald guy? Stanley Tucci. You bastard.
Yeah.
How dare your swab ass?
That is a smooth ass motherfucker.
He's the fucking G.
Do you watch his TikToks?
Of course. You can't stop.
Anytime he's just on screen and he talks, I'm just immediately turned on. Just horny.
And he doesn't even care.
Fuck?
The one I just watched him, he was like making beans or something, and he's like,
his baked beans recipe.
Yeah, correct. And he's like, I'm gonna put some of this in there. Turn it off. Like he's like telling his daughter, like, cut it. And
like, you filming? Okay, good.
Yeah. He's like, I don't care, but here I am. And it's like, okay, I'll listen.
It's like,
Stanley.
such and such. I burnt it, but whatever. Should be good.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
He's like, oh, off camera, I did this because I don't give a fuck.
Right. We'll see you back when it's all done. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, what? All right.
You got it,
like,
Stanley.
You were smooth as fuck, dude.
Fucking love him.
Why? I'm like, okay, sure. Not mad at it. The second the director and actor gets big-headed and wants total, that's
how I feel for Deadpool 2.
Except for Deadpool 2.
That's what happened. And it's not good.
I don't hate it as much as you do.
Ryan Reynolds, though, he was like, hey, I have he wanted full creative control, got rid of the director that made the first one great, and got exactly what he wanted. It's a lot of garbage compared to the first one. Still Deadpool. Still enjoyable.
The first one. Yeah, still I think it's a good movie, but it's nowhere near the first.
Exactly. So I saw somebody say they want to keep Cable in the MCU. They want to keep Josh Brolin, and I want to behead them.
That's not going to happen at all.
Yeah,
they're going to be like, so we need somebody 6'7".
Yeah, correct. How about a big fucker?
Yeah.
How about CG? Like,
no, don't give me CG Cable.
It'd be fine. It could work.
That would make me upset. I'm like, you know how many big fuckers are out there? Just do that, or at least get somebody over like.
Well, but like Stephen
6'4".
Lang, CG, and it's great.
See, I don't want if you're gonna do Stephen Lang, just give me Stephen Lang. Don't fucking
He's
CG
old.
ass.
You quit making him like no.
He's fucking
give
great.
Him out.
He's just gonna be a huge jacked ass old man who can still whoop ass. But shit.
Name somebody. Like, you also want a good actor.
I have to think, because you may have to go unknown, because nobody.
Exactly. He ain't a good actor if he's old as shit and never worked.
Who, Steven?
No, if you got a nobody.
Oh, he doesn't have to be old. Just fucking dye his head. He doesn't have to be old.
Okay, when I say old, I mean he needs to be what, 40s, 50s? He's never worked.
That's the thing. I don't think he needs to be old. You can go if you want to. You can be like a 30-something-year-old fucker and just dye his hair and be like, here, he's a big 6 foot whatever motherfucker. Do it.
That's what I'm saying. Kenya.
Yeah,
is full body suit. Like you could do it.
Dude, I don't know why they stopped doing that because that shit looked great.
It was you never would have known.
No,
Yeah, it's great.
not at all. Like, why'd they stop the bodysuit? It's like, keep it going, man.
It worked.
It really did.
Real
work.
in camera on set. Fucking beautiful.
Keeps my face pretty.
Like, now that I'm the juggernaut, bitch. It's like, no, that's a little rough.
Don't you know who I am? I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like, yeah, bitch.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch. Like, calm down, sir. Let's
like,
not
whoa.
do that.
So you know who you're saying that to?
Right. Even though you should still watch that parody where it's from, it's fucking great and it's hilarious.
Oh god, that's funny. Jesus.
I'll send it to you at some point. I knew I was supposed to the last time, but it's great.
Okay.
He was a villain in The Condemned with Stone Cold Steve. He was in a lot of things. Fucking that man was in everything. He was also in Smoking Aces, which was also great. Smoking Aces 2, actually. I lied. Never mind. Good old Vinnie Jones. All right. So, lastly, but surely not leastly, I'm not missing anything, right? That was all the trailers outside of
Correct.
what I'm about to get into now. Okay, cool. Fresh out the ass of the holiday special. The Guardians decide to be like, hey, if you like that, bam, get some of this shit. And they dropped the trailer for Guardians Volume 3, which, gives us the Guardians some more. Lets us know where the hell they've been. Got some fancy new suits. Everybody gonna die. We see Adam Warlock. And that's it. The trailer was honestly great.
Yeah.
I really, really liked James Gunn, and again, his fucking music choice, always on it. We're gonna get a lot of backstory with Rocket.
Yep.
Which means he's about to die in the worst way possible. I think we're losing quite a few of them, dude.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. We're losing quite a few of them. This shit ain't gonna end happy.
I don't know. We'll see.
We're missing we're losing a lot of people.
Okay, who do you think?
Quill, Rocket, Drax,
Kraglin, Sean Gunn out because James Gunn not coming back. So
yeah,
Sean Gunn.
Yeah, Kraglin dead. So get
if
that
they don't,
if
if James doesn't kill him, he's just never gonna come back because James isn't making the movie.
He's gonna have the happy ending. It's like, oh, thank you so much. Good what the fuck? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I just think all the Guardians might fucking die.
I mean, yeah, Gamora.
I think all of them are gonna just fucking die.
Zoe Saldana in this trailer.
Hello.
That woman.
The best.
Fucking fine
as ever.
Fuck, man. It's crazy to me.
That one shot when she's in fucking the smart dude fucker's place, whatever. And she does a little action pose. I was like, oh.
Yeah. In my video, I go, oh, I said Gamora looked good.
Yeah.
Like, couldn't believe it, man. So crazy.
I don't think Gamora. I think all of them die. I don't think Star-Lord's making it out.
See, okay, that's one that I'm not sure about. Is I could see Star-Lord being given the kind of like walk off into the sunset situation.
With him and Gamora?
No, I don't think him and Gamora are gonna work. But I think there's a possibility that like he goes back to Earth and like just be's a normal guy. Hangs out, but like I don't know, obviously, but because like Groot's not dying, like we need to see the opposite of that, to where how Rocket acted in the first one when Groot died. We need to see the opposite of that.
Groot and Nebula might be the only fuckers left out of this.
Oh yeah, it's possible.
Just those two.
I just don't know if they would do that, but man, be bold as fuck.
I think they would, because what do you got to do? Fucking Vin Diesel can be 90 and still say I'm fucking Groot.
So I mean, that's correct. Or how about anyone else could also say it?
That too.
I mean,
that too. I just think it should be those two, man.
I hope this doesn't happen because he's in most of the other trailer. But after Drax pegs that little girl with the kickball, I hope that someone walks up and cuts him into a million fucking pieces, and then they all just stand there and dance.
That's definitely not going to happen.
I know, but man, that'd be my favorite movie of all time.
He's going to die for sure.
Yeah. Hope it's early.
See, I definitely get it. I don't hate him as much as you do. I definitely get it.
But like him pegging that girl,
that was pretty funny.
Is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Like, it's not funny at all. Like,
that was pretty funny.
Because it makes no sense. Like, do you watch the back of her head bounce off the street? Like, that girl is gravely injured. And the fact that Star-Lord's like, Drax, really, dude? And it's like, no, fucking kill him. Like, hey, man, you're off the squad. Like, practice squad, bitch. Go up in the ship. Like, I don't know. I really like. That was funny. I had somebody in my comments say this, and this is possible. And sadly, I don't give a fuck. But so James Gunn is on the spectrum, technically, and he's come out and talked about that a little bit.
Oh, did not know that.
Yeah, correct. And so what this person in my comments said is they really hated how I talked about Drax because that is supposed to be James Gunn's autistic character. Where I say, what? No, not quite. Because if so, then his whole race is. Because the whole point is that's what his people can't, sarcasm doesn't work and all these things. But sure. But at the end of the day, he's never been as good as he was in Guardians 1.
Very true.
And I hope
very,
he dies.
Very true.
I hope he dies and it's not even like a good death. Like, it would be fucking awesome if he just like falls off of something and we don't even get to see him land. It's just like, oh no, well, he's gone. Never see him again.
Happening. I'm telling you, they're going to have a Toy Story 3 moment.
Oh, 100%.
That's how they're going out. I'm telling you.
I think they'll all have, I don't know if they'll all die together, but like, I think they'll all have like a big moment like that and like slowly dwindle.
I think one of them will get killed maybe halfway point or whatever. And the rest, they'll kumbaya the shit.
Correct.
That's like it's going to happen.
Yondu it.
Yeah. Like, here, this is for, because the fucking high evolutionary fucker is about to do some crazy shit, or Adam, whichever.
Yeah.
And it's just like, here, all together, boom, and there's our Guardians. Thank you so much for what you've done, and cool.
Because I will admit, though, there is a possibility, I don't think this is actually the case, but it could be a bait and switch where the opening monologue, like that we hear Star-Lord talking, and he's like, been gone for a while. I think that's about the blip. Yeah. But there's a part of me that could also see that being the end of the movie. And that's like the walk-off where like many die, it's sad, and then there's like a small time jump where like they've kind of been retired, and then it's like like he's still alive and he's like, we gotta keep protecting people, and it's just kind of this like last like just end on a happy note. I don't think that's actually the case, but I think that there's a really good chance Chris Pratt doesn't die. But I think that this is his last anything Marvel. So
definitely that.
So that's the thing. If he doesn't die, please don't ever bring him back. But I don't think he needs to die.
I don't think he needs to, but I think it'll help. It'll end the Guardians and the Gunn legacy.
Yeah.
Have them live on through something else, or live on through Nebula or Groot or some shit. I don't fucking know.
I think Nebula lives.
Nebula definitely
for
lives.
Sure.
Yeah. Because nobody's really gonna get a reaction like that if she dies.
Right.
I'm like, oh, that fucking sucks. But that's as far as you get. Like with the Guardians, people are like, that's like some of my favorite fucking shit with some people.
Yeah.
So it's like that'll hit the core. Yeah, I think Rocket's getting fucking ripped apart by the Evolutionaries. Like, you're fascinating. Like, you're fucking him up.
Well, Evolutionary made him. He's the creator of Rocket.
Oh, well, he's gonna
So
rip his ass apart again.
So that's where I think that there's something there where they have to go find the guy that created Rocket, and that's how we get this backstory and all that.
Oh, cool. He's gonna rip his ass apart again.
And trauma, lots of trauma.
Lots of trauma. Then his little otter girlfriend.
Because I think High Evolutionary made all the people from the beginning, all the animal people. Like that's the same thing. Like he created a whole world of people that are half human, half animal.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. That'll be funny. That would make the movie a billion times better if he does that. If he sees Adam, it's like, whoa, slow down. It's fucking slow down. What did I say? I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Why would he do that?
Right, he's beating the shit out of Nebula. So it was great.
I think Adam Warlock beats the fuck out of Star-Lord, and that's why Nebula has to carry his knocked out ass.
Oh, absolutely. That's a fight with Adam. He's like, yeah, fuck out of my face. You're a human now. What are you doing?
Correct. That's correct.
I will fuck you up. And proceeds to do so. But we'll see. Like hot photo, my sister. Okay, well, awesome. Awesome. Okay, so we'll see next month. Well, next year. We get the Guardians, so we get to watch everybody die. Wow, they're really going in. Big kumbaya together. Right, absolutely. So we shall see. Are you excited? Are you don't care? Are you in between? Let it be known. We'll talk about it. All right. Well, that pretty much fucking does it. Let's see. We could do maybe like 5 minutes in the chat. Kenya brought up a lot of good stuff and some other stuff around. Why not? And then we can jet it and then try to get my body back functioning. It's not going crazy. Okay. So yeah, let's see what we got here. There was something I wanted to say, but I completely fucking forgot what it was.
What it is?
Maybe because I can't think straight, because my head is pounding. But other than that, yeah, I completely forgot. It's probably not gonna come back.
Was there a John Wick trailer?
I don't know. I know he was there.
Okay.
I know they're promoting it, but there wasn't a new John Wick trailer. No.
Okay.
He was just there, and everybody was like, "We fucking love you. Thank you so much."
I know they did confirm that the spinoff is in between.
Oh, they did? When is it?
Yeah.
It's in between
the next movie and 4 and 5. It's in between.
It's in between 4 and 5. They're making a 5th John Wick movie?
Yeah, I thought.
Oh.
Aren't they shooting back to back?
Oh, I did not know that at all.
I could have sworn that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's. What is it? Is Ballerina coming out soon?
Not soon. I think it comes out next year, doesn't it? I know Ballerina just started shooting not too long ago.
Yeah, see, I think it comes
out 2
like
weeks ago.
Right. Let me see here. John Wick spinoff.
What I'm gonna say is he. Oh God. Because is he going to die in this one? Are they going to keep his legacy going?
So it's in between. Well, takes place between 3 and 4.
Okay.
But it comes out after 4?
Yeah.
It's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. God, I'm glad I don't watch them.
No, shame on you. You should watch them. Fucking great.
Yeah, I do think Kenya gave me this idea a couple days ago, but the next time there's nothing to talk about, we should try to rate, because I haven't thought about this, but we should rate Phase 4. All of Marvel Phase 4. It's just
I'm with it.
Because there's plenty of projects to talk about, and we have a long time. We have to wait till Ant-Man to have any more Marvel. So
Apparently, they showed some more shit for that too.
that
Man.
they had one thing, and there was literally no new footage.
Oh, I know it was like a legacy of Ant-Man type
correct.
shit.
But the dialogue at the end from Kang is like it's the actual dialogue from the movie instead of being kind of cut around to where at the end he's like Ant-Man, like it just kind of says that. Like whereas I should have kept it. I deleted it off my desktop, but
I'll just go back and watch it.
It's literally all you got to go to the last 15 seconds, and that's the only time you'll see, or you won't even see any new footage. You'll just hear it.
DC, well, yeah, that makes sense.
I have seen like a couple Avatar first reactions.
Yeah, they're all the same. What I expect.
Because people, even though I have it muted, I wish that Twitter would figure this out. But if I have something muted, and then someone that I follow with notifications on retweets something with that muted, don't fucking show it to me. Like,
yeah, I hate it.
I hate that. But
I saw all the same shit, visually stunning, which I thought. I was like, okay, that's literally all they talk about.
I can bet you $1 million it looks great.
Right. So I was like, surprised.
Sure. Well, I mean, I do think the movie will be pretty damn good, but I don't know. I don't know if you saw what I tweeted to Adam, the 3D master, but he was like talking about all the 3D and how it's, super special and whatever. And I was like, while I fully believe this will be the greatest 3D experience ever to date, I would pay $10 extra a ticket for 2D IMAX ticket. I will enjoy the movie so much more if I don't have to wear those glasses.
I've seen the reactions. It's all just praising the visuals, like not going ham on story, movie.
That's
any of
correct.
That.
That's what I've seen. Cool. Is a lot of people. Like I saw somebody say, like the story is better than the first.
Not saying much.
And then I saw someone say, but there's a lot of story.
Yeah.
And it's long. And all those things. And they're like, is it great? Yes, but it's long. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
And guess what? For a lot of people, that movie's gonna feel even longer than it should because you're wearing fucking glasses.
Yeah.
I hate my fucking life. It's gonna suck. Like I hope people understand that. Like I will go see that movie probably opening night. It will be IMAX 3D, and I'll be excited. But guess what? I probably will like it less than I should because of the 3D experience. And that's a bad thing. Like you should give me the option to not. Like
right.
I don't know.
That's very true. I'm definitely not going to see this movie, but I know JV.
I love how weird you are about it. What did Sam say?
He's talking on Twitter. He really wants me to see the movie. He's like, just go see it, man. So we can talk about it, this, that, and that. And he just did his review, praising it up and down.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm okay. And it's, I just heard what you just said. It's, for me, it would not be as bad if James Gunn, if James Cameron wasn't so fucking obnoxious these past few weeks, I wouldn't be as
about
bad.
It.
Yes, like I would not be. I'm like, oh my god! Like
even though you have been hard against it this whole time.
Oh, so of course, but I've gotten even harder because of that.
It's made me, the thing that's annoyed the fuck out of me is about the length, and people are like, what do you say to the fans that think that the runtime could be too long? And the first thing he ever answered that question with was, we need to change this mantra that you can't get up and go pee during a movie, which for me personally, my knock is you can't tell a normal story in a normal amount of time. Like that's a skill. And granted, a normal time would be 2:30, and I'd be, happy with that. And then you get something like Endgame that had to be 3 hours. I mean, there was legitimately no way you couldn't for what it was. So like that's my thing. But then he came out again. Somebody asked him about it again, And he's like, the movie is 3 hours. He's like, go pee, then come back and see it again and go pee in a different time.
Yeah.
And then come back and see it again and go pee a different time. And it's like, hey, motherfucker,
what?
one thing I can damn near guarantee you is I'm not seeing this movie more than twice. It's like, I don't know why you think that this is going to make $2 billion.
Yeah.
But unless it does unbelievably in China, which is possible. It's possible. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, James Cameron is a troll. I just don't love it because I have a really bad problem with like disrespect to where like if he does get bad enough, I legitimately won't see his movies. Like that's why like I'm not gonna watch. I haven't even watched a second of the trailer for Will Smith's new movie because he's a bitch and I'm gonna need a break from him. And like it's just a thing because I don't respect him at the moment as a person. Respect him as an actor and all that kind of stuff. But if I have the ability to not watch his shit, I'm not gonna watch it. And so like I just have a problem with that because like if I have a problem with you personally, I'm not gonna watch your shit. And so I just hope that he doesn't get that way.
He's gonna keep going.
But the whole thing will be he'll shut the fuck up pretty damn quick if this movie doesn't do very well financially.
And that's what I'm hoping, and I've never done that.
Right.
It's going to, but you're not going to hit your break even.
That's correct.
At all.
I mean, that's the thing.
I honestly
it'll do great, but
I think, and this is just the hatred in me for this saying I don't even think it's going to crack $1 billion, but I think it will. It'll hit probably like 1.1
because
some shit.
The whole thing, it's strategic. It's the same thing Star Wars does, and that's release date.
Yeah.
There will be nothing else out until February, so it will make its money. I mean, I'm not going to say it'll break even, but it will make.
Definitely not.
It'll go over $1 billion, but like, will it break $1 billion in the first week? No, I don't think so.
Not at all.
So like that's where.
Not at all.
That's what was funny was like I was thinking about that with Endgame, and how like a lot of people don't talk about the fact that like.
How fast that motherfucker did it?
How fast it broke $1 billion, but then also the legs that it had when it came out before May. It was like April 21st or 27th or something like that.
26, I think, wasn't it?
And
might have been 27th.
All those summer movies are coming out after it. And like for me personally, I didn't go see Endgame after it left IMAX. Because it is an IMAX only experience for me, legitimately. Yeah. And so I didn't help with the box office after that point. But people fucking went while I don't remember what was coming out, but huge blockbusters were coming out. And people were going to see Avengers anyway. And like, whereas with something like Avatar, when this comes out, that won't be the case. There will be nothing else to go see but Oscar films, whatever. But this will stay in IMAX. It will stay in Dolby. It'll be 3D to help with those box office numbers, all those things, and it will still not break even, like period.
Yeah,
so
not at all. And I will laugh, and I want to hear what James Cameron's gonna say. He's gonna, that man has been so fucking annoying.
Because he's never. That's the whole problem is he's never had it happen. Like he's never got that throat chop.
Yeah, right.
I mean, legitimate. Like I was just watching a Michael Jordan video on YouTube earlier, and it was when he came back from playing baseball, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's back," even though he's not like all the way back. Like he's fucking people up, and he was wearing 45 in the playoffs against the Magic, and in the last possession of the game, he got ripped, and the Magic went up like basically at the buzzer. And MJ lost that first game in the playoffs. And one of the players was like, hey, 45 ain't 23. And the biggest reason why MJ was as good as he was is because of how self-conscious he was and how much he absolutely cared about what everyone thought of him. And so he never wore 45 again. He took 45 off, brought back 23, even though it was retired, and he got fined $25,000 to wear it. Because he retired it and it was in the rafters. He wouldn't wear 45 again. He scored like 38 in game 2. And, he was a badass again. They ended up losing the series anyway. but he had never even had that. And like Shaq is like, I was a rookie, but I'm the only guy that could ever say I fucking beat MJ in the playoffs. So he's like, fuck all y'all. And, and he's like, and everybody, he's like, people want to talk about how he was, lost a step, whatever, because baseball. He's like, nah, MJ knows, and he'll tell you right now that if you step on that court, you're ready to go. He's like, so I fucked MJ up. He's like, and it was just a thing. And he's like, and then last year we had him the next year we had him in the playoffs, and they didn't let us win a fucking game. They went and got Rodman. MJ was back, and they fucked us up. And he's like, he's about it. He understands. So I don't know, man. If I had a rock at James Cameron,
absolutely. If I had a few of them,
you'll bust his head, bitch.
Absolutely.
Well, you know who had some rocks
over and over.
That would
again.
be the animal people at the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 after Drax murders a child. Deservedly so. They fucking stoned this child.
Boing. That shit was funny.
Her fucking head bounces off the street, man. She's got brain damage.
Oh shit.
God.
So it's Drax comes for me in doses. I'm not completely over him. Like some stuff I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. But something that always gets me and it never fails with him that makes me laugh is his laugh. That's the only thing that
oh god, I hate it. That's what I hate the most.
Oh, I love the laugh. That's the only thing that guarantees a laugh out of me.
The best way I can make an analogy about Drax is every action that he's had recently. So because like in Infinity War, he's really not bad. Like when he's got the Russos behind him, he's really not bad.
Yeah.
Endgame obviously barely part of it, but in Guardians 2, in Holiday Special, and in this trailer, everything he does is Santa throwing up on that woman's head in Violent Night. And I'm like, God, it stands out as like hot garbage tone wise. Like I'm just like, you didn't think that through at all. And I'm like, oh, this is the whole character. And which what I found in my comments from the reaction for Volume 3 is he's a lot of people's favorite characters for that exact reason. And so I'm like, hey, good on James Gunn, because it's the same reason why I hated Peacemaker and like I'm not going to watch season 2 is because that's the whole series, is every character's that. And I just do not. I like smart writing, not slapstick dumb. Drax is fart jokes. He's just fart jokes the whole time. And, when I was a kid, fart jokes works. And my 12-year-old cousin fucking loved the Holiday Special and Drax was his favorite part. Fart jokes. I mean, that's the whole point. And so it's like, it's just not for me. But when you have an ensemble, it makes sense to make one character suck because that's one kid's favorite person, so.
It's just funny how that became Drax. Like from the first one to like, it's a very huge
notice they haven't
departure.
called him the Destroyer since the first one.
That's very true.
Like, God, man.
That's very true. It's just, it's so weird to me. Like it was such a huge just turnaround.
He was great. Like he's one of my favorite characters in the first Guardians.
Oh, he's Guardians 1 Drax is fucking great. Really fucking great.
Because even just like, I always bring up the line about, nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast. I'd catch it. And how that was a reshoot. They did not have that originally. And they were showing the movie to test audiences. And the movie was getting like 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10. They fucking hated the movie and they hated Drax. They absolutely hated Drax. And they added that one line into the movie. And it was 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Drax is my favorite character. All because of that, because everyone was like, why is he an asshole and so stupid? And then James actually, after learning that lesson, just took it to the nth degree and just wrote him as that asshole that's stupid. Yeah. And it's strange to me. I don't know. But and like, don't get me wrong, sometimes a fart joke is funny. Like, I'm not gonna say sometimes Drax doesn't say something that I can chuckle at, but like overall, like 90% of everything that he does, but I do think Volume 3 will be different. Like he'll have emotional beats and like you see that he's like been shot in the chest and they're having to help him out and like all that. Like he will have moments. And you go to Volume 2 when he holds what's her face over the ground as the ground goes up, and like he's like gonna suffocate, and he's trying to
Gotcha.
keep him alive or whatever.
Yeah.
He has those moments, but then he has like my nipples, and it's like it does. It's funny the first time, and then you watch it again, and it's like that's not Drax the Destroyer.
Oh.
Like that's the whole thing. Is like, you know, the first time I saw The Rise of Skywalker, I thought it was good, and then I saw it again, and I was like, what the fuck is this garbage?
Good. Yeah.
And then I saw it again, and I was like, I think I might have never hated something more than this, and like it just got worse and worse, and it's sad. And so that's kind of how like I have to understand that about my own mindset, and that's why like with Wakanda Forever, like I saw it once, didn't love it, and I'm not going to see it again, so I keep it at that 7 instead of, you know, going and pointing out more things because I just know myself.
That's a really good way to put Drax in that situation. And I think that works for me too, and I can definitely see that, is when he's a very in the moment type of funny and or character.
Right.
But then the more and more you get on, it's like, okay, it's getting old. But it's like he's very in the moment. That's a really good way to put that. Yeah, good job. I actually agree with that.
Because the whole thing is doing reactions. Like I reacted to the holiday special, and I laughed one time, like an actual like laugh from something that he did. I can't remember what it is. But then doing reactions, I have to sit at this desk, react by myself, whatever. And then I have to watch it again because I have someone else in my house that needs to watch this stuff. So I watched it again that night. And I didn't laugh at that part. Like, now that I knew that it was coming and understand that it's not actually that good, like, and so that's why I kind of get that often. It's because same thing with Peacemaker is people are like, God, you fucking hated this in my reaction. I'm like, yeah, you should have seen me when I had to watch it a second time. Like, God, just gouge my eyes out, man. Like it's not hold up for a second viewing because it didn't even hold up for the first one for me. So it's tough.
It's definitely tough. We'll see what direction they go for him in this one for sure. Ooh, excuse me. I'm sure there'll be standout. I'm sure there'll be good moments. I'm sure there'll be moments of like, okay, cool, but we'll it's the whole thing. It's like if the worst thing that Drax does is peg that girl in the face with a kickball, that's great. Like they did a great job for that character that I hate. Doubt it will be, but
correct. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I will admit, talking about Christmas movies, you asked me something earlier, but I did just rewatch the Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Oh, Tim Allen's ass.
And his racist ass. I watched the first two because that is from my childhood, and the first one is fucking fantastic. Like, highly recommend. They're on Disney Plus. Like as a cheesy older Christmas movie, like it's so weird because you're watching, like it's got this little kid, and the main storyline is there's a man that him and his wife are divorced, and the wife is dating like a therapist or psychiatrist, and the kid's real dad all of a sudden thinks he's Santa Claus, and they think he's having a mental break. They take custody away from the motherfucker. They take visitation rights away, like all this shit. And he's like, don't worry, Charlie, like I'll be back, like I'll come get you. And he steals him for a whole fucking month, takes him to the North Pole. All of December, takes him to the North Pole and brings him back on Christmas Eve while he's delivering presents. And they're like, oh, thank God you're alive. And it's like, what the fuck is this movie? This is the craziest shit I've ever seen. And it's really good. I really had a blast with it. So it's so funny though. I was like, this is some dark shit. Cause the boyfriend's like, oh God, what's the guy? Something Scott Calvin or whatever. He's like, Scott, he's like, you're losing it, man. He's like, if you want to ever see your kid again, like, please come back to reality. Like, you're not Santa. And he's like, I'm Santa Claus. Like, he just can't stop saying, like, I am Santa Claus. And
I don't think I've ever seen those movies.
Oh my God, it's fucking great. Like, the second one is more rough. And there is a third one that I've never seen that I might watch. But
that's a new one that just came out, right? The Santa
no,
Clauses.
that's the series. There's 3 movies, and then
it's a series. I thought it was a movie. Oh.
Yeah, no, it's a series.
Oh.
They're trying to do weekly releases with that. I don't think that's gonna fucking work for the Santa Clauses, but it is what it is.
Cares
I will tell you, I saw on Facebook, and it was 100% legit. And sadly, it was a girl I was really close with and still really like. But from the Santa Clauses, there's a moment where the elves.
The Satan shit. What the fuck?
Yes, the elves have signs, and it says like "I love you, Satan," and it's because one of the elves is in the wrong spot. And immediately the elf goes, oh, and goes and gets in the right spot. And so it's Santa. Like the N moves and it's Santa. Then moves 2 spots over. And somebody that I know very well posted and was like, they're putting like people try to think that this is a joke, but this is 100% how, they put the demons in us and all this kind of shit. And I was like, God damn it, man. Like, it's crazy that people can't just like, this is a slapstick joke and a bad show. Like, right. I think that's funny as shit, because what I like, and it actually is funny. You want to talk about good children actors? All the elves in the Santa Claus, they're thousands of years old, played by 5 to 7-year-old actors. So they have like dialogue.
That's pretty dope, actually.
That's like, it's real shit that they're talking, and obviously they're elves, and like, one of the girls is like, I've been working on this hot chocolate recipe for 1,100 years and blah, 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 blah. And I've perfected it. And he's like, he's like, whatever. And he tries it. And he's like, oh my God. He's like, this is incredible. And she's like, yeah, I know. Thanks. And, but like, I was kind of like, hey, these are actually, there's nothing that stands out to me as awful from this massive, the whole North Pole is literally Tim Allen, the one guy that plays like the main elf, Bernard, who's like 20 something. And Bernard. Then everything else is like a 10-year-old and under kid. And they work. It's great. So I don't know. Funny.
Okay. Well, we need some of those today, because it's not working. Not working at all. Oh God, I just immediately thought about that Black Adam kid again, and I got angry. Yeah, child actors ran the 80s and 90s.
They really did.
Yeah, they really did.
Little Rascals,
greatly missed. All the Little Rascals. Classic.
Fucking Goonies. Goonies doesn't work if you don't have good ass children actors.
Very true. Oh, another one that's good old K. Kwan himself. Again, Mr. Goonies. Short round to Goonies. To now Oscar talks for Everything Everywhere. Baby Geniuses. I cannot. Really? Baby Geniuses? That's hilarious. What else?
I was going to make a joke, and I was going to say, I had to Google it, but I was going to say Little Man with Marlon Wayans. So when he plays the baby.
Yes.
What I love playing is the game of movies that you could not make today. And,
any fucking Marlon's movie.
And that's, movie. Marlon Wayans playing a little person pretending to be a baby.
Can't do it.
Yikes.
Tropic Thunder. Can't do
it. Yeah, correct.
Which,
have you heard about this Downey documentary? I think it's coming out on Netflix.
Oh, about his dad?
Yeah. It's some fucking rough shit, man.
I would imagine.
Like I want to say he gave, like, his dad gave him a joint at like 7, and he was hooked by 9, and then he was like, then basically after that, the only time my dad and I could connect is if we were doing drugs, and it was cocaine, heroin, like all these things, and he's like a kid. And so then when you see him, like,
that's a business back then.
I know, man. When you see him like growing up and he's a fuck up, it's like, no kidding. Like, especially because his dad's a fucking weirdo making awful movies and making him be in these movies. And it was like him and his mom. And like, it was like the first movie that he was in, he had to watch his mom get brutally beaten in like a domestic violence situation or something. And And it's like, what? Like, what a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Interesting. I want to watch the documentary, though, for sure.
I have to check it out for sure to see. I completely forgot. Child Drew Barrymore, Child Life, rough. Any major child star.
Prodigy, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking Macaulay Culkin, the poster boy for all that
100%,
shit.
man. Yeah.
Literally the poster boy for all that shit.
Just really quick, this is random, but Little Man, Rotten Tomato score. Throw out a guess.
Give it a 25.
It's got a 12.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Came out in
Any
06.
fucking Wayans film is just wild.
Yeah. So funny.
Absolutely. The Coreys. Yeah, that's rough. Both of them. All right. I think it's all good. I think it's a good spot to wrap it all up. Thank you so much for joining us in this latest episode of The Film Cave. Be sure to join us here again next week and every week after that. Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on the YouTube. So be sure to hit that thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you can be reminded when all those episodes drop from the future. Not from the future, but in the near future. You get what I'm trying to say. Most importantly, be subscribed so you'll be able to do all those things in tandem. So Logan.
Yes, sir.
Tell the people where they can find you and what you got going on.
You can find me right here, Logan_Swish on the YouTubes. Patreon as well. I got to figure out what I'm going to watch. I got to get some Patron. Now that I've got these lights, I'm possibly better with sitting in front of this camera for longer periods of time. So we will see. We will see what I'm going to react to. I've got some ideas. I've got some things I might want to look at. It's called The Girls.
Watching porn?
But yeah, it's R-rated on Amazon. It's called The Girls.
Heard it.
But yeah, I don't know. I kind of don't want to watch it still, but we'll see. Figure it out.
Figure it out. All right. And you can find his channel linked in my description box if you're watching here on my channel. Be sure to follow me on all forms of social media, chilling right up there up top. Hit that follow and love. I'd really appreciate it. It's your boy Knight.
And I'm Logan.
And as always, we'll see y'all in the cave. Peace.
Later, guys. Optimus!